a short Dvar Torah for Parashat Shemini. So coming literally to the very difficult part of this parsha, where Aaron HaKohen, in midst of the avoda, loses his two oldest sons, Nadav and Avihu, for the Eish Zara that they brought, whatever that might have been. Moshe immediately responded with a very strange phrase. If you remember, Moshe says, "Vayomer Moshe el Aaron, Hu asher diber Hashem, lemor b'krovai akadesh, ve'al penei kol om achabed." It's so strange to say this and exactly know what was meant here. The idea of those who are near to me absolutely are the ones who honor me in death. What does that mean? And the Kalina Rebbe said something, and it's repeated in so many different nuances, and we can all understand it, especially after the Holocaust, where we lost more than 6 million neshamos al Kiddush Hashem. But Krovaya Kadesh, there is a certain sense of being too close to something that's Kodesh. Now, the beauty here on the one hand is that Aaron is that person who is literally in the midst of the highest sense of Kedusha, who will enter the Kodesh HaKadoshim once a year. Kohen Gadol will. It was frightening, but you had to appear there. Instinctively, you had fear. But when you get that close, it also becomes very, very, I don't even know how to say it, almost dangerous to a point. To be very careful. And the Kalina Rebbe pointed out, especially when he was still, I'm talking about the more, not the present one, the one right before, where sadly he had lost a son. And this happened also with a number of other Rebbes, sadly. They survived the Holocaust and their families didn't make it. And their response was similar to our own. I just throw out, it was familiar with the Bluzover Rebbe, who lost his entire family and rebuilt it again. And just throw out names of great Hasidic Rebbes, especially in Hungary, where at the end they were taken literally as the war was ending and straight into Auschwitz. And then they were told, but almost each one responded in a similar way. I was also able to be makar v'karban. I was also able to do something. And they explained that it is so difficult to reach such a point, and it's not a point you want to reach. But then we remember Rabbi Akiva, who basically, when the Romans were killing him, Rabbi Akiva was saying, my entire life I waited. When can I be Mekayim? That part of Ahavas Hashem that requires not all your money and not all your heart, the Yetzer Hara and the Yetzer Tov, but it's B'chol Nafshecha. And we learn from there the mitzvah of Kiddush Hashem. A Jew has to be ready under certain situations to reach the level of B'krovaya Kadesh. It's not Masim B'chol Yom. But when we are called to do a Kiddush Hashem, that is in a way an opening to coming close to Hashem. It's the ultimate sacrifice. It's something we should never have to do, and a lot of Yisrael should never have to be put to this type of nisayon. But yet, that door has stayed open throughout all of Jewish history. I love Jewish history. That's like what I do all day. And the instances of Kiddush Hashem, literally from all the way when Avram's being asked to bring Yitzchak to the Akedah, to all of what happens to Am Yisrael, Ad Hayom Hazeh. You can think of situations in Eretz Yisrael. We are constantly here and there, and in our own lives, and we know stories, and you all know stories, but those are moments of the Krovaya Kadesh. So in schus of this parsha, when we wish everybody good Shabbos, and when we zoche to build by Shlisi Lahavdil from all the impurities, from all the bad things, and we should enter an area of Kedusha. Shabbos Kodesh.